kids, it's about that time. That's right, you've been waiting for it. We've delayed it, but it's now here. And we've got it, the #1 SpaceBro podcast for Star Citizen every Friday night. That's right, it's a SpaceBro show. And tonight we're going to have our usual special guest along with a couple other additions. We got Mr. GioGetMoeny in the house as he's looking down avidly writing, and there he is. There we got Mr. DrDronez to be joining us here, along with the one and only worst moderator in the world, Mr. Toy Grubbin. So, guys, let's get into it. It's time for the SpaceBro Show! In just a moment. All right. Let's get this thing going, guys. Sorry! I don't know, everything's slow and delayed. It takes us longer to prep each and every time, I think. I didn't give a shit. I looked over, I saw that, I was like, I don't care. Fuck that. Type away. Typing, tipping all day long. All that stuff. And then my mic just came off my thing. So, anyway, welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We've got, obviously, some of the most awesome people on the internets with us. Mr. GioGetMoeny. Why don't you tell us what you've been up to, brother? What you've been doing, all that stuff. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, he's still doing stuff, though. Still doing stuff. Doing things. Any of that stuff? You got anything planned coming up? Anything good? 3.0, biting the breath. Gotta get going. No audio for Geo. What? How's... The guests are muted. How are they muted? My mixer hears you. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Go. I have no idea. Like, that's absolutely... Let me look. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. I have no idea. How do I not have audio for you guys? I don't know. I mean, it's playing through everything. I have no idea. I can hear you through the mixer. Meaning you're going through all the stuff. That would mean that something's not listening to the mixer. Oh. Yeah, I don't know, guys. You have to wait. I'll see. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's closing it down. I guess I can just do the show by myself then. It's like every show I always do. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can hear you all fine. I see everything in there. Yeah, but... Yep. I don't know why... I don't understand. System speakers. I don't know. Say something now. I mean, the stupid thing is I have to have you on the air because I can't test. They have to test. There's no way I can... I mean, I don't understand why they could... Okay. After the 30-second delay. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know. What? What? Why? What? My Discord's fine. I wouldn't be able to hear them if it wasn't working on Discord. That doesn't make any sense at all. No, it's not that. It's the way it's capturing into the XSplit. It's not hearing the Discord on the system sounds for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. Let's see. Try this. Do you hear me double?
No.
Well, you guys have to talk to see if they can hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I'll let my Furby talk.
Okay, I hear people.
All right.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
can hear
cool.
them now. So basically,
Yay.
I had to unmute the double thing that usually plays back in reverse twice, and now that works. But it won't work as soon as I go to a regular broadcast.
What did you just say?
So, what it does is you have to mute the localized speakers.
The fuck?
Fuck you guys. Seriously. I'm like, whatever. I'll just do the show myself. But whatever. I mean, seriously, I had to like turn off the audio I'm never supposed to turn off over here, because if I turn this part on, it can like make a loop, an audio loop, and so when I disable it now, it'll sit there and do it again. So anyway.
I don't have a lighter. I feel bad.
Kumbaya, my trolls. Kumbaya.
All right, trolls.
I don't.
Dr. Drones, what interesting things have you been up to?
Well, nobody heard what Gio was up to, so.
Well, he said, let me translate what Gio said he was up to. I ain't been up to shit. All right,
He
Dr.
went on
Drones, your
Guardians
turn.
of the Galaxy,
Well,
right?
there we go on the drones.
Yeah.
Cool. What have I been up to? Mostly streaming and just fucking with people at SPK. That's been like the thing the past couple of weeks is just go dick with people at SPK, and
Well, it's
for
actually
some
got
reason they
people
keep
there, so
coming
it's good.
back.
Yeah, it's good. People actually been going to Korea, so there's some content there now again. So that's positive. Positive work, positive stuff, all that
Taking
stuff.
it back to 2.5 days, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's awesome. So, all right. So, Toy, how about you, buddy? What you been up to?
You know, I've been actually working this week. I'm trying to do some web work so I can actually afford some new monitors. So
Yeah.
I hate it, but got to do what you got to do.
Got to get it done. Got to get it done. And everybody else knows that I've been stressing out trying to get our fundraising up for TwitchCon so we can actually make that event. And now CIG
CitizenCon.
Yeah, and all their glory says, you know what, Mitauchi, guess what? If you're going to go to TwitchCon, that's awesome, but you got 3 days layover, and then you got to go immediately to CitizenCon. So I'm like,
Get fucked.
yeah, that's going to be fun. So we have to raise money for not only TwitchCon, get that knocked out of the park, we now have to raise money for CitizenCon, and hopefully we'll be able to do it. Hopefully we'll be able to do that thing. So now I'm low for some reason. So, I mean, I could sit here, we could do the edit the show thing. So here, we'll just do that. So I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, I can't. I don't know. How about now? Is it better now? I'll just do the entire stream in this volume.
Perfect. I like it.
You 5x5 across the board.
Yeah. Okay.
Words.
Whatever works.
I think you should do the entire stream in Kamikaze's voice.
There you go. I'll just move my lips and Kamikaze can read the notes. It'll be perfect. Can you hear me now?
We need a Verizon sponsorship around here. Can you hear me now? Good.
All right. So yeah, so we're raising money obviously to try to get the TwitchCon trip out of the way. We want to get out there, meet everybody over in Long Beach. That should be really fun. We'll be out there the 19th, 20th, 21st, and I think the 22nd of October, and then maybe coming home the 23rd is what we're thinking right now. But we're trying to finalize all the funding for that. We're going to have some meetups. We're hopefully doing at least one, if not two, bar citizens. I'm trying to work out on there. I know we're going to be hopefully meeting some of the CIG guys too. But we'll see what happens, because I know some of them are planning on going to TwitchCon. Maybe we can get some tag-along meetups with that and have fun. And hopefully we'll see some of you guys out there as well. And then our second adventure, first off, I've never been to California ever, or a TwitchCon. And then I've definitely never left the country. So we're still trying to go to Germany. Meanwhile, we're also trying to help sponsor and endorse the event for everybody in Austin, the VerseCon, that they'll be hyping up and stuff for everybody that's going to stay stateside. They'll be able to go down to Austin and meet up and do that. And I want to link up with those guys because if for some reason Germany doesn't work out, which I'm pretty confident it will, but if it doesn't, then I'll be at that event. Or me and Toy from Germany, we're happy to telecast back to Austin and talk live to all the people there and try to keep that thing synced up because I think it'll be really good. And I want to do some in real life streaming from TwitchCon as well as out in Germany. So I think it'll be really, really neat and fun and try to keep you in the mix. So that's important to me. I really want to.
I don't know why CIG waited so long to release this info. I bought tickets, my plane ticket back in March or April.
There has to be something, I mean, on their planning metrics. I mean, there had to be something they were waiting on or something they had to do. And it could be developmentally wise. Maybe they were waiting for the game to get to a certain position for the locked in and know they'd be able to present something, Squadron 42, or something like that at the event before they locked in the dates. So I'm just thinking.
This is the longest they ever waited. Because usually it came out between, March and
almost
maybe
immediately after Gamescom
up to May.
Tickets.
Yeah, they usually have that stuff sorted out. This is the first time it took this long that I remember.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. Something happened for sure.
Yep.
The vertical slice is finally ready.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we can all out there and do that stuff. So, all right, let's go over to the board here. Let's see what one of the first things I really enjoyed that I saw. Let's go. Thank God the Stream Deck's actually working tonight. That's good.
Mine's still in the package. You guys want to see it? Giveaway.
Of course, now it's not popping up on the screen.
I got mine out of the package. I don't have it programmed yet.
See, I can't bring myself to buy. Like I use a Rocat's Power Grid on a tablet, so it's like the same effect. Yeah.
I was gonna get rid of it until I found out the hotkeys I could probably use in Star Citizen and have a little picture for my missiles and stuff.
I gotta fix my it's not populating right now. It's like I uploaded the new XSplit and it broke everything. I tested all this earlier and it was fine.
You broke it.
It broke everything, dude. So we'll have to do that.
The joys of streaming.
This is live video. Can you tell us live? Jesus Christ. That's the way it goes.
Wow. Gee willikers, I didn't know.
Yep. I'm just waiting. It'll pop up eventually here. Go over to this one. I got to crop something else in. But anyway, tell us about something else you guys been doing. I'm doing this.
To all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day.
Yep.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
That's the worst day of the year for me. Every year I expect somebody else to knock on my door and say, hey, this one's yours.
Oh, God, no.
No.
You owe me back child support.
You my baby daddy.
That would be lovely.
Well, how epic was... Oh, no, it's in the notes. I can't say that.
Sure you could.
No.
What do you think?
Representation.
Then. What do you think that they have planned for CitizenCon? What do you think they have planned there?
I'm hoping Squadron 42 stuff. Like, you have to show something like that's coming up in the next couple months, because Mass Effect flopped. You could just take that over. Beyond Good and Evil 2 just showed some footage that you don't want that taking your height. So, let it show at sitcoms that you didn't go to E3, some type of demo, and then we need a release date too.
Well, if they're doing that at CitizenCon, what do you think they're doing at Gamescom?
They're going to show probably some more like 3.3 or shit down the road demos. I think they got something set up for that.
I think Lynx is the right idea in chat. Strippers and Coke.
There you go. I think what they're going to
Can't
do
go wrong with
at Gamescom, I think they'll tease Squadron 42. And
Okay.
I think they'll show lots and lots of Beyond 3.0 hype, because they're hoping 3.0 will be in Evocati, if not our hands by then, easily. You know, it's like hopefully it's in our hands. And they'll be able to demo that at the event, right? Because they always want to demo what's currently live, and then they want to show us this is what's next, you know. So I think that's what they're really hoping for.
I'm gonna be so bored if they show 3.0 stuff and it's already released, or even if it gets. I got a feeling it may get pushed back to August. I just have that feeling right now.
For what, the release of it?
For 3.0, yeah, because it keeps getting pushed back. Like it's going into July now, so it's like teetering along.
But they're trying to get it out, I'm telling you, before Gamescom.
Yeah, because it'll look like a fail if it doesn't. Because here we go. What was that? Two years ago, show 3.0?
I know they don't want to go to Gamescom and show the same shit they did last year, which, let's be honest, that's all they'd have. Besides Star Marine, what are you going to show them people on the build to play that came to Gamescom last year new? There's nothing. I mean, there's some new ships.
You know what? You're right, guys. The schedule did come out today. I didn't even pay attention.
Yeah,
so
it didn't change today.
Nope. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So last year they had Xylo, and he even told everybody last year that he's played through all the all the story of Squadron 42. So really, what is there left? I mean, they said they put in all animation or all the cinematics, whether they're done or not, that they're all in the game. So it's basically bug fix and polish right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to have that shit done for CitizenCon. They're going to have to have it done.
Well, look at the things like the Gladius. They just redesigned the front cockpit, stuff like that. They got to go back in Squadron 42, do that, make sure it's not broken when they added in the single player aspect. So,
but that's just bug testing, though, basically. So,
and they added some physics to different characters and stuff than the mocap, which kind of scares me sometimes. I'm like, you're just now adding this, or you're just finishing. Was the guy Miles Eckhart? Like they just said something like a couple weeks ago, they're adding something. I'm like, why isn't that not done by now? Like it's so last minute.
They repolish that guy like every 3 months.
Jesus.
Oh man.
So
yeah, that made me think of a really bad polishing joke, but I shouldn't do that on the air.
Mm-mm.
Either way, you should definitely. I don't know. I mean, there's certain things that need polish, but I mean, they want the fidelity level to be outstanding. But at some point, it's not going to get much better than where it is because it looks so damn good already. But we have some more. There's some other games out at E3 and stuff that we saw that were pretty amazing. But we'll get to those on after the show and talk a little bit about some of that stuff. Here, obviously, Aaron Roberts is on fire temporarily. But no, this is like one of my favorite things I saw was the Roberts Brofist thing. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Robert squared.
Cringy Sandy wasn't on today, thank God.
Yeah. If it loads.
Sandy's so nice, but she's just so cringy. It's like unreal.
About what? What'd she do today?
No, she's just a cringy person. Like it's just naturally like when Ben does something cringy, it's like okay, Ben doesn't make it look so awkward, but Sandy is just like so awkward and cringy. I don't know. You
know why I appreciate that though, because that makes me understand like the little bit of oddness in Sandy is probably where her and Chris connected. You know what I mean? Because you think about it, it's like how does a nerd get a model besides obviously money and whatever else, but in their case, I'm pretty sure it's the cringe. I think a little bit's the cringe because it's just that whole, tie-in with that stuff. So
Chris really just gave us the best secret of all time: find a model that's super cringy. You got
or somebody who's got a nerdy aspect like you, and you're good.
There you go.
Perfect.
It was a secret sauce.
It's a secret sauce for everything. All right, so we'll dive back into the doc here and get all this stuff going. Hopefully, because everything's been a debacle now with the show of the last hour. It's a fucking mess. All right, so we went through and we had Aaron Kine-Davis, who's actually been out in Frankfurt quite a bit over the last couple weeks to a month. He's been there and Winslow, and he's been working with them, but he just got back home to L.A. And apparently he met the ghost of Prince while he was out there because he was in vivid purple the entire time. The whole next aspect of what we're talking about was some of the they're flying through all the levels, especially over here, and I believe it was Levski, right? And they're making sure there's nothing missed. They're going back to the props team to make sure all the aesthetics are done inside the level. They want to make sure everything is up to, I guess, the lore and the story of what they kind of want it to feel like, when you go to these different areas and environments. So they did some camera fly-through work here and kind of showed people what was going on with some of that.
Yeah, it was the set dressings, basically. They want to make sure there's no, everything is the way it's supposed to be on each of these movie sets, basically.
I wonder if they have to go through and look for Easter eggs, like artists might drop in there or something like that, too. Like, we don't want anything too obvious, because, there's, a lot of trolls in the office, too. To be like, oh, let's put this little here and think they're like a Wing Commander doll or something like that.
They better be careful. They don't own the rights to that stuff yet.
I know, right? You gotta be careful of all that.
I guarantee EA will make a Wing Commander. Once they see Star Citizen and how...
That's probably why they don't want to let go of it.
Fuck, especially now.
But let's be honest, EA without Chris Roberts could never create a Wing Commander of any aptitude that was.
They're gonna try though. And they're gonna fuck it over. So
yeah, they will.
Typical EA fashion.
They'll ruin it.
18-month turnaround on a stupid, old engine.
Yeah, that's what they try to do. That's what they try to do with all those things. When Chris is over there, they talked about. As a matter of fact, Ben did on the what do they call it now? The history of Star Citizen or whatever they call it today on Fridays.
Wing Commander, yeah.
Yeah, they basically did the Wing Commander 3, which is my personal favorite Wing Commander. That's the first one I remember playing at any length because it had Mark Hamill in it and it had the movie sequences and all that stuff, and it was pretty cool. But that one there specifically was the one where they dove in. Chris was really successful with it, and then EA was or Origins, I can't remember at that time who they were. But they wanted him to do a 12-month turnaround time to produce the next one. And he was like, yeah, good luck. Because that's just not the way he works, as we know or have learned at this point.
And that's very respectable because a lot of guys will get the quick dollar, guarantee money. Okay, I'll push out this bullshit. But he was like, no, I'm not doing that.
He believes in his products, and he wants to get them out there and have all the features he possibly can pack into them and stuff. So, in addition to this, they also did the knocking out of the massive component descriptions that are needed for the 3.0 release. So, they had all their lore writers, all their other writers working on the complete descriptions for everything. Also working on NPC voice packs for 3.0. So, they had all the new lines recorded. Over 2,800 lines were recorded in audio. So, we're going to have some new variants, not just the pirates saying the three phrases. So, oh, you're going to regret that now, and all the shit every time.
Or Sandy, yeah. Every time you blow up a ship.
I don't even, really? That's what they say?
She says, yeah, and, what was that? Swarm.
Oh, yeah. I guess so.
Yeah! I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to break my fucking headphones.
Maybe you need to lay off the Swarm a little bit.
Seriously.
Yeah, just back off the Swarm a little bit, man. It's okay. It'll be all right. I swear. So, then they went into one of our favorite subjects that I think everybody here is pretty excited about, and that was the cargo stuff. They're diving into all the aspects of cargo, how it's going to work. Basically, we'll be able to see some of the grid systems coming in, like in this video. They're showing the layouts and some of the different ships. And then they show how it fills your ship, and then it has an area grid system, right? So it shows the volume of space needed for your cargo area to function correctly.
That cargo.
I know. And the interesting aspect with this, and I know everybody here plans on running some type of cargo at some point, one way or another, but I thought it was interesting that they mentioned that they're still holding true to where the whole if it sits it fits metric, but it's going to, however those things impact this grid, this green area you see there, that's how much it's going to take out of cargo. So it will impact your volume you can hold. Like if you shove a ship in there or you put something else loose in that area and it's not actually attached to that grid, then it's going to impact
real
how
cheeky
much
talk.
there. So What?
That's some real kinky talking there.
Well. But either way, it's gonna happen there. So.
Well, there's supposed to be like hidden compartments in the Phoenix too, right? For cargo.
Yeah.
Or at least one little.
Most ships have some type of cargo area in them, and this is pretty much how it's going to work in a lot of them. But I mean, like we were discussing before the show, a lot of people like want their terrapins to be able to hold stuff and other things, so they'll still be able to carry objects in as far as we know and sit them down in the cargo areas.
Toy, why don't you tell them your idea you had? You're gonna stack the shit up and close the door?
I'm gonna stuff that thing until there's no room for a box to move in it.
Yeah.
Just shut the doors and hope for the best.
Toys ships are going to look like the cars outside Walmart that you see often that are filled to the brim with clothes, and there's only room for a driver.
I would venture to bet, Toy,
house?
I'd venture to bet, Toy, that you do that, and some engineer at SIG says challenge accepted, and they ruin that for you, man.
I am going to do it. I am definitely going to do that. I am going to stuff every square inch I can in a ship with cargo boxes.
The thing I'm curious about is whether or not you literally hold a box for the entire flight. Would that be a problem? Like, the ones that you can actually
hold one?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like, can I just assign a guy and say, listen, we're carrying this, we don't have cargo space for it, hold it while we travel.
Well, they're not going to be strapped on. If you go hyperspeed, smashed.
Why can't I sit in a chair and hold a box?
They're going to block it somehow.
I don't know. Are they going to make you sit in a chair if you have to quantum travel? They don't do that now.
I think they're going to get that. I think if you don't strap up, I think you're going to be fucking pancakes.
I don't know what you do in your spare time.
Well, I don't think that can happen because you got to think about it. Quantum travel, you have to be able to move around your ship because in the capitals, they're going to quantum travel, right? Mm-hmm, and you're going to be in quantum for long periods of time, so that you have to be able to go around. They talked about, working on things and doing things and moving around. So
component system, you got to swap shit out. So, yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna get a nice sized cargo ship and like follow Toy around all the shit that he drops out.
Yeah,
I want to know how it's going to fall out of a closed ship.
The only way it's going to fall out is if you blast a hole in the side of it and it starts linking all over the side.
Well, Nate, you said you got the Eclipse, right?
Yeah, bunch of holes.
All right, hook me up.
Well, I think if I hit a size 9 torpedo on a terrapin, I don't think there'd be a terrapin left. I don't think that'd be the whole thing. There.
I know one thing. When it drops, there's going to be some fun testing on stream. I know that.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, we'll have lots of testing. I want to do the same thing Toy does, except at Caterpillar, and then purposely open the doors and just see how much cargo I can litter out in space and how long does it persist. Like, does it disappear? Like, right away?
We're going to break the shit out of 3.0.
Oh, we're going to break the shit out
we're
of it.
We're going to hammer it.
People are worried about how many player counts are in it. We're going to crash service just with boxes.
What I want to do is...
What
I want to do is try and strategically position random bits of cargo at the quantum jump exit points.
Yeah, I want to make a minefield out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I do. A minefield out of boxes. Like you come in.
I got plans. I got big plans.
Because coming in there in quantum speed, a box should really fuck your ship up. I think if you're hitting boxes that quick, it'd be fun.
Oh, I have so many plans for boxes on planets with dragonflies.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mobile bases aren't in yet, but Toy's going to build his box out of cardboard boxes. Like he'll have it's like crate fort.
Like igloo.
It's like we're going to go back to Minecraft days on the planets. It's going to be amazing. Probably my son on there. He's like, I know how to do this, Dad. Watch me. That'd be great.
Oh shit.
So yeah, but just to specify, they said, they wrapped up the development of all the cargo grids, so they had the visual element there. That's the green area that we saw. That was to provide visualization of like how much area to stack, so that way even if you didn't have a full load in your ship, you'd be able to place other objects and know it wouldn't interfere if you had intentions on loading additional objects there. So that's kind of nice. I like that visual representation. They also had a number of commodities that you manifest as stacks of cargo crates located in the ship's hold, so that way it actually show the volume at any given time when you load or offload anything. And you can put vehicles and loose items into the cargo hold as well, but it will limit the amount of grid space left if you do that. So, it's
What if you put the stuff in the grid space in first?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You could do it that way too. So you got either or. So it's going to take some planning and plotting.
Oh, we're going to break this so bad.
I know.
Yeah.
Here's another thing I want to do. I want to make like a game show where we just have a shit ton of crates out in the open, and then we get two ships of the exact same type, and we have 2 contestants, and we say, load your ships. And whoever can stuff their ship with more shit wins.
I was good at Tetris, bro.
To see?
I was good.
People are like, go, go, go! And they're like sitting there cramming it in the seats and everywhere they can. It's like, all right, now that you get your ship full, get in it and fly. Huh?
We got to call it Stuff Your Ship.
Stuff your ship. It'd be perfect.
I'm going to have boxes in the turret neck and everything else.
Yeah.
I'm going to stuff that thing.
Stuff it good.
Absolutely. All right, so the next bit here, what was after cargo? We had in engineering. They finished up the implementing the solar system content, so object containers into the hierarchy. They also went through and they provided the object container editing so that the content in an object container can be edited from within a normal level. And basically what my understanding of that is, it was really hard. They explained that better, like with the engineer guy, than what I'll be able to do, right? Because it's basically they had to go in before under the object container system and go into the editor to manipulate it, right? And that's not how we're going to be interfacing with it or anybody else's. So basically the inputs and outputs of what we do will impact the container systems of like what exists inside there based on our actions and what the server tells it to do on the fly and stream in instead of what, them have to go in and manually manipulate it. And that's the way I understood that. So if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, CIG, but I just gave the best version of the answer I could for you in that.
Derp, derp, derp.
Yeah. we may not be fully experts, but, we always try to sound like we know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, the past few episodes, they've been making me feel dumb with all the technical talk, especially last week with Mark Abin.
I think with the Mark, though, I think did a good job explaining it. Some of it's a little above our head, but I think the technical talk I appreciate because it lets me know they have a understanding of exactly, what's been going on and how it works and how it interfaces. And then it gives me at least some understanding from what I could absorb of the path they're going and where they are in the technical pipeline of where the development is for that feature.
Yeah, especially with the network stuff. I was so scared and in the dark about the network stuff.
Oh,
but
that was great.
Today, I mean, it just seems like they completely nail it and know exactly what the fuck they're doing. They got a game plan. I don't understand half of what the fuck's going on, but they sound like they know what they're doing. I feel so much
better about it than 6 months ago or 8 months ago, even, where they were like, yeah, don't worry, we got a plan. The whole don't worry, we got a plan versus like any type of like roadmap and features always has me concerned with things. But...
Yeah, that was one of my last concerns with this game was the networking stuff. Now I feel comfortable. Other than that, it's just release date stuff now.
If you look here, this is an older video that we actually used on an episode several episodes back. And this had more of the grid system and the object container system and those type of things, showing how it's all mapped, how everything's gridded out, and how the LODs work and that. So that directly ties into some of the object container systems of what we're talking about now. But this shows the complexity of the grids and how they're formed to basically cover every single pylon and pixel of space, volume, and area of the game and how it renders it in and how it pulls out from being just a small dot to a square. As you approach in, it renders it better. And it also tells you how this whole grid reads, because some objects and containers are huge and volume.
Kilometers big.
Yeah. And where you get to finer detailed, like the stations and pipes and stuff as it flies in, they're much smaller and finite, where you can actually see them as they start to pop in. And they'll be, okay, at this point, render this. At this point, render this. And it does all this seamlessly with the camera flying. So it's really cool how that kind of maps out in the bigger picture. And there's literally billions of them out there. Look at that. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. This game, all the new tech they also put on this on top of developing. I mean, it's amazing. That's why I have so much patience with them. Because, a lot of games are not even trying. You look at something like Battlefield, they change the graphics, but it's still the same simplicity stuff. It didn't add any new things to innovate it. It's just graphics. That's it. And here you go. We got an indie game right here just pushing the boundaries on the engine that couldn't even do half this stuff.
Yeah, basically recreating, making it their own engine because there's so little code left of what it was that it's now the Star engine, right? I mean, even what impresses me even here, this is talking back about the damage states that they've been working on, and they've done this like we were talking before, Toy. They've done this on every iteration, right? There's like, oh, we're working on damage states and it's looking better and stuff. I don't know. I mean, the damage states look really good. The fidelity of this whole bridge looks like amazing to me, and it just gets better. It's not like a, like when we play things like GTA or even PUBG, it's like shit's like, boom, it's smoking, boom, it catches on fire, oh, boom, it blew up. The minute little pieces of like even the tracks lighting's going off because it's like emergency and you're losing power is just so cool to me.
Yeah, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, and the same thing with you, Drones. Like the environmental stuff. Like you see this all the time when we go to Korea and people are blowing stuff up. It's like you shoot part of a ship, that ship part gets damaged. Right?
Yes.
And it's like people don't appreciate that.
Have you seen a single size 9 go head to head with an Andromeda?
Yes.
And just watch all 4 engines just rip off.
Yep.
It's insanely awesome looking.
And you can see with the newer the ship they come out with, the better the explosion, right? Because they've gone back to that. Like the Caterpillar is still one of my favorite fucking explosions. Because it's just fireball from head to tail and then breaks in 2 and then 3 and 4 parts. It looks so good. Did
you see me crash one and survive?
No, I haven't seen that. I've crashed them a lot.
I'll get you a link for that. It's good.
I got a lot of crash and survives. My favorite's the escape. We always drive at Korea. And then we try to get out of the ship. We do it at the Starfarers and Caterpillars all the time. We'll set the self-destruct, drive it at the station, and then try to get out. And we make it most of the time, but not always.
Oh, I didn't set a self-destruct, but it had a very, very similar effect. I realized at the last second, like I intended to and jump off through the front.
Yeah.
And as I got down to the front of the ship, I was like, oh, shit. And it slammed into Korea, and I went flying out the front of the ship.
Oh, there you go.
Fucking wreck, bro.
What I like about this is, they really haven't, added more damage states or anything like that. What they did is they changed the way it works, because they said they switched it from using this old system called FlowGraph and actually integrated it into the vehicle component, which is what they're all changing everything into. Everything's all into these components now.
So each piece knows how it's supposed to work instead of like...
Exactly. Yeah. And, we haven't seen it, in super action yet, but I'm hoping that they have like really nice, smooth transitions to this stuff. And it just isn't, you blink and all of a sudden there's fire and smoke. They need to have it kind of come in.
As we know in server, can happen still. Like right now, like if it gets jittery in server, or you drop frames, you can be sitting there and 1 minute you're in a fireball. You didn't know it because it does happen. But as long as with some of the flow graph and the network stuff, like what they described in the second half of ATV, I think you'll see a lot of changes in that. You'll see a lot of hopefully more smoothness happen well before they worry about player count. And I do want them to increase player count, but I think having the server issues mitigated to the best of their ability at the state we're at are more important at this moment. So
the ambience of this this ship destruction are really key for even the big capital ships. Something like a Javelin. If I'm in the fucking mess hall and I don't know what's going on, because I don't hear the intercoms or whatever, I could see the damage states of what's going on and really give a feel.
You'll see the lights going off. You'll see the alert signals. You'll see all kinds of other things happening, and I think that's going to be badass. I mean,
you'll see the side of the hull open up, and you go flying.
Yeah, that's it.
I think it's going to be funny to watch. I want to watch streamers who get up and take a bio, and then leave their screen on, and they come back, and there's like alert sirens, and you see the guy like holding a sandwich and a bottle of water. He comes back in to sit down, and he's like,
well,
oh shit!
That's why,
like with their face on like the screen, like oh shit, what's going on?
That's why we need an API so that external devices can be set up so we can put like red alerts throughout our house.
Oh,
so
dude,
that whenever our ship's being damaged, all these red lights start going off throughout the house. That's what we need.
That'd be awesome. All the LEDs on my computer just like
yeah, like holy shit! I need to get to the computer.
That would be great.
Lights up fucking dark red.
Text messages to my phone when I get attacked.
Absolutely. They also talked about the IFCS update process has been converted to batch updates, as it does not have to be in lockstep with physics.
So this IFCS is what they said is going to allow more people per server too.
Yeah.
So, but you know what I noticed about this is the detail on the moon. Did you notice that? I mean, it's going to be hard to see on that small picture, but
no, you can see it on the surface area, even past the asteroids on it. You can see the details.
Oh yeah,
starting.
And those are going to be real ridges. You could just go land right on. You could pick one of those and say, "I'm going right there."
Have you seen most of the pilots? They're going to be crashing into that.
They're going to be looking at that moon detail crashing into the asteroid in their face because they're going to be like looking past it all, like, "Oh, look at that! Boom!" It's going to be
wait for voxel asteroids, man. When the asteroids are moving and you're moving at the planet, like, oh shit, boom.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's some beautiful tech.
It's gonna be crazy sauce for sure.
Yeah, I didn't even notice the moon until now.
Yeah.
That damn pretty.
Yeah, it's like it's little subtle differences, and most of the stuff. That's why it's so good to review this stuff. They go through ATV, and you miss so much. Like we watch it 2 or 3 times, just at least this section, just to catch this stuff, and then it's amazing what you'll pick up. Still, they talked also about this is the completed Quantum Drive 2.0 refactor, and if you look at it, look at the difference just in visual.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it already looks good, but it looks so much better to me.
That's what's crazy about this game. Like, it'll already look good, and it's like, fuck it, we're gonna even make it look better. Like, what?
Yeah.
Well, that's what's nice because those guys that do this, they do it, and then they figure out a way to do it better, or they're like, you know, I'm not satisfied with that. And these guys spend their own time going back and fixing some of this crap, you know? So it's awesome.
It really makes these other games that come out yearly look very bad because you drop a new game every year, same engine, same bullshit, different skins. And here they are just exposing them.
Yeah. It's crazy sauce. Let's see. And then we had the, what was it? I think it was the
Aurora is next.
Aurora update. Final art check. All that good stuff.
14 skins.
14 skins available for your pleasure. Seats.
Hello Kitty. Or Space Kitty. God, fucking Space Kitty.
Space Star Kitten.
I prefer to call that skin. I prefer to call that skin primary.
Primary.
Yeah, I see you in that primary there.
You know, in this game, it's like I always talked about in Eve, right? We had the we would call by pilot's name, order rank. We'd follow it down. You'd go thumb up on it, and then be like, "All right, fire, blah blah blah." Well, you don't have that in this, right? Because we don't know who the pilot is in the other ship. At least I hope we don't. I know right now on the PU, you can like lock on their target and see their name. I don't want to be able to do that until I scan them or something. I want to identify it just as like Aurora. You know what I mean?
How would you feel if you had a ship that basically did the scanning for the fleet and then could identify targets?
I'm fine with that. I just think they need to be scanned and then squad shared and fleet shared out, so that way you'd match an ID with the person. That would be great. Yep. But in this case, it'd be like, all right, we need to attack the Auroras. Which ones, sir? The pink ones. The pink ones with the goddamn cats on them. Fire everything. You know, it's like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So that would be great. But they, again, I mean, there's no doubt they make it look better. Again, this is a ship for me personally that I would be in and out of pretty quickly in the game. It's not something I'm going to use long term. But cool. Looks good. Looks good.
Flying the space cockroach. That's what that is.
Well, I call them test torpedoes.
Test torpedoes.
That's what they are. They're more like lawn darts or ammo.
They're definitely going to troll with the pink ones now. They're just going to fucking run into you with the fucking Hello Kitten or Kitty, whatever the fuck it is. And they're just going to smash your fucking javelins and shit.
Yeah.
Get past my point defenses. Let's go.
Here's the cool one, though. This one's pretty badass. We all like this update on the Terrapin.
The
So we got
turtle.
the full white box of the Terrapin out there. Pretty sexy time.
I can't wait till they get that thing colored up.
It looks good.
Yeah,
It looks so
damn
beefy,
good.
dude.
I knew it
Like,
would
look
look
at
good.
yeah, it looks tough.
I still don't have a desire to own one myself, but I thank God there's many people in my organization that have them because I think they're going to be useful. They look good. And, yeah. Can't wait.
They're the tanks, right? You know, they're better than Super Hornet.
Oh, my God. There's nothing in the game that's better than the Super Hornet. I wish
That's the
to
Super Hornet
Roberts-
killer right there.
I really wish to Roberts that there was, but there never will be, because the Super Hornet is Chris Roberts' fighter baby, and it always will be king. Period. There'll be cooler ships, there'll be specialty ships that do certain things, but the all-around fighter will always be the Super Hornet for all time.
Put
Which
a
is-
size 9
makes me
gun right underneath that cockpit there.
Oh my God! Here goes
Yeah,
Toy
yeah,
throwing
it's
weird
not-
stats.
Unless we get the F8, yeah, you're right. If
They won't
let
get
the-
us the F8 yet. I mean, if they did, that'd have to be. I just don't see it. The F8 would overpower everything, right? The Lightning.
Well, they say it doesn't have a role as what it used to be. It used to be the next ship in the Navy, but I think they downgraded it a little bit from what I heard. Because everyone was throwing a bitch with that. I was like, oh my God, you guys are gonna sell it? Then they were like, no, it's not in Squadron 42 no more. It doesn't
I
hold
think
that
they just
role.
wanted to sell the skin or something at some point. I don't think they're ever going to sell the ever the F8. They're just not going to.
I hope they will. I would pay big bucks for that son.
Lots of people would
Well-
because it's the win button ship.
The way I thought they
No, I
said
like the
it
way
was,
it looks.
I know.
I thought they were going to sell the F8, but like a civilianized version of it, like the regular F7s without.
So again,
the,
it wouldn't
the
be as
Super
good.
Hornet.
It wouldn't be as good
Right,
as the Super
right.
Hornet, but
Right,
it just
absolutely.
look really cool.
Gimme
Maybe
version.
they might. I hope not. I want some ships that you can't get. I want some ships in
Yeah.
the universe that you can't have. They're just part of the environment, and it just
Yep.
makes it awesome, sexy time. That's what I want.
Steal a Bengal full
Make
of
it
F8s.
a
That's a good one.
ugly ship.
I
mean,
want to make the. To be honest, I'd like to see the F8 become one of the UEE's ships. You know, like you get escalation of AI when you're doing something bad. You kill some of their people. They fly in more. Stuff like that. I think that should be like, oh, the F8s are here, and they just like pummel the shit out of your fleet if you're doing something bad, like destroy Polarises and stuff, like just wreck you down. Like you ain't gonna come in here with nothing and do anything bad. The F8s are coming. Here comes the fucking UEE Bengals. It's
yeah,
over.
probably get like two shot, like Grand Theft Auto in space.
Well,
They're just
they
gonna come
gotta
wreck
have
you.
they got the
6
super elite
stars.
guards for people because they said you can do anything anywhere, right? And I don't want some omnipotent AI that just like one shots you and you never see them. I want them to fly in like if you're in a group of pirates or mercenaries in my case, right? And we come in and our job's to assassinate somebody and he's in a green zone. Well, we're gonna take a rep hit for it. We're gonna take a criminal hit for it. And if we don't get the fuck out in time, we're gonna get blown the fuck off the whole outer space area where we're at. We're just gonna get annihilated.
No, I used to do that in Colony Wars. I would betray my team, and they would all attack me, blow my ship, and I'd be like in a little space pod. They'll chase me out of there.
Yeah, I mean, I think
That was
that's the way it
fucking
should
awesome.
be, though. I want to see a fleet jump in though, like somebody come in. If you start digging with somebody in a green zone, and then if it's lesser security, less resistance, and if it's lesser security than that, maybe no help comes. And that's just the way it works. It should be scaled, though, so that way new pilots have some sort of safety. It's like if there's an Aurora minding his business over there, and pirates jump in, and they're getting ready to light them up. I want to fucking like Bengal come to rescue and be like, oh shit. There's nothing I can do. It's just like F8's coming out of it. It's like, oh no, you're in trouble
fucked now, buddy.
Yep, that's the way it should be. And that would be the most amazing, like, NPC guards, you know, as opposed to having these guards like in WoW or something to stand there and you do something bad and they come out and they start beating on you. I want I want the amazing best ships in the game to come out and just wreck your face instantly. If you're in Vanduul space and you get caught in the bad area, I want king ships to come in and just be like, oh, you have no chance. There's no hope. You're done. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. It'd be really cool. All right, so here they were talking about actually improving the stats page and all the other stuff with the ships, all the technical development on the back end. We've been waiting for this forever, and they're finally starting to address it. Although I found it hilarious in the example that they showed a bunch of Mustangs with an Idris M, and they gave it all Idris M stats all the way across the board, identifying all the Mustangs as capitals. It's just an example format, guys, but I still found it fucking hilarious. So I'm going to screenshot it. I want to know where my crew holdings for all the members are, and I want to know where my railgun is for all my Mustangs. Because
by the way, the M50 is for sale right now, and the Razor for Father's Day special. If you guys were interested, that did
start today, didn't it?
Yep.
Okay. So there you go. If you wanted the middle-aged, what do they call it, the midlife crisis vehicles, the M50 and all that stuff for Father's Day.
I don't know why they didn't throw the 350R in there, because that's a relationship too. But whatever.
I don't know. They gotta limit that shit, man. Come on.
The Razors, the value should be down because they add that in a referral contest too. So I melted that shit.
Absolutely.
Just no LTI, but it's a free ship, so fuck it.
It's true. Let's see. So, what do we have after that? We had the stat scope. They did
my animations. That
I know M50 was in free fly too. I didn't know that.
Huh. They had the. Now, if you stare at this too long, I think you'll get some sort of form of eye cancer.
Yeah, that hurt. Make it stop.
It's like radio noise, you know?
Radio noise that sometimes I find comforting in the background. This in no way made me feel good. I understand look at all the data they're pulling, though. I do understand why it's like, looks like Stark getting puked up on the screen, though, and it flew by. But it's basically identifying all the different types of data they're tracking and processing through
per frame.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's crazy. So just give me an example of how much is there.
Mm-hmm.
Millions of billions.
Billions of bits. It's composed
I like
all the
graphs,
frames.
but not that one.
billions and billions of bits. All right. Then we had the improved animations, I think. Yes. This one here. Where it just kind of went through, and it was showing a little bit of the improved animation save format and how they reduce load times on a lot of these aspects, so that way everything goes smoothly in scenes, how they interact not only with players but AI with each other, to help reduce some of those different latencies, I guess, that were occurring in that, which honestly we've never seen, because we don't see AI act with each other right now. You know, that's not.
See, they showed that, but they didn't actually explain anything about how it's loading it in better. It's just it's loading in better.
Yeah, this whole sequence is really more about just going through and kind of giving us little tidbits on what they're doing in the back end to optimize the server networks, right? Like different types of load times, different save protocols, all that. So in the end, it should make improvements that we'll eventually see and feel. But right now, we are totally unawares of most of this stuff, like the different animation metrics. This one they had the female transfer mesh and male transfer mesh updated, identified and fixed issues with the eyelid vortex norm or vertex norms, all these different aspects there. And
the articulation on that is amazing.
It is amazing. Like they can kind of, and I wonder if that's all. I assume that's all mocap action. And there's the eyelids that we were talking about. They had an issue like where it was the seams were busting, basically, is black and rare term.
Yeah, they call them the vertices.
Yeah.
Of the eyelids there, because they were basically warping into each other, and it was causing an issue with the vertices. So.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think how many mocap, well, not shouldn't say studios, but like setups they have in each.
A lot, apparently.
I know they got one in UK. I think one in Texas. They have one in LA. Does the Germany one have one?
They have two major ones, and I think each studio now has like a portable kind of office setup deal they could do, where they could capture mocap locally inside like anywhere from like a 15 by 15 room or whatever they want to do, because it looks like they just kind of lay it down. But now that they have the systems, and I think it's probably a little bit more related to the software access. They have the software to do it, and then if you have the suit and everything and the markers, I mean, they just go to town. Right? Chris just went out and bought some ping pong balls and fucking went apeshit. Started sticking them on everybody's jumpsuit, and now they can mocap anything. I want to mocap my car. It's like, do it, baby.
Yeah, and then the things are just like they're like this small, just like the Vive, and you can just capture a lot of stuff portable. So that's pretty cool.
It is really neat. I think it's interesting that the technology is becoming that way, because more and more, while we kind of played down originally where they were talking about being able to put people in the game way back when, in the beginning Kickstarters, people were wanting to talk about doing that through either webcams or some sort of self thing, and it was like, nah, that's going to take up too much time, research, all this stuff. Maybe eventually they'll be able to, right? Because mocap's come a crazy amount forward. Eventually, you might be like, sit there and be able to mocap you to spin around in your chair once, and it's like, oh, you're in the game. There you go.
They already have that in 2K.
Yeah, but they don't have it like, they got a little bit of face rigging, but not like.
It looks pretty good on the Kinect, because I did it and it was like spot on. I'm like, whoa. Yeah. I think the reason
I have to ask, because nobody abused the hell.
What the picture? Oh, people were abusing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how
many? Because I'm thinking, instead of mocapping, your face.
Like how many basketball players had a big dick, like for a head inside the game or something like that? They're just mocapping. Yeah,
exactly.
Mocapping all sorts of parts and pieces and running around there, getting banned.
Yeah, titty heads and all kind of.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I think they said they didn't want to do it for Star Citizen because of the quality or something like that.
Well, I don't think you can get the fidelity that they have here on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Fidelity.
Immersion.
Fidelity and immersion
come together. Sunday. Roberts. Score. Yeah, they talked also about knocking out countless costumes for Squadron 42. Female character in-game assets being finished and ready for texturing.
Haircut.
Yeah.
That haircut.
OMC undersuits are finished and in-game modeling on their way for texturing. Levski civilians and miners being currently textured before rigged and implemented. Reworking legacy UEE and pirate armor to bring them up to the quality of our current modular sets. I'm like, we've redone like the UEE and pirate armor a lot, so I mean they have to be talking maybe about the regular NPC stuff and bring it up to date. Or if they're talking about the shit they did like 3 months ago, I'm like, my God, man!
I told you every couple of months they got to update everything.
It's like, wait a minute, we can make it
Ship Pipeline 3.0 here, for Citizen.
I think they're suffering from the aspect where you look at something so long, you're not happy with it. You know what I mean? Like they see it so long, and they're just like. It's like, wait a minute, that doesn't look as amazing. I'm like, well, you've been staring at it for 6 months by yourself, locked room. I mean,
Yeah, in the future, if they keep that up, that could be a problem. Because, like, some of the stuff I'm seeing now, like, it's just fine. Like, you can wait till after.
Give me something to play, and I have no problems with any way they do it. Really.
Yeah.
Because think about this. As far as content creators, the amount of gameplay we've gotten out of what we already have, just 2.0. Whatever. I mean, there's so much shit you can do in that. And we literally don't even have a game or game mechanics. We're getting ready to get cargo. That's going to open up a whole area of, like, crazy bullshit we can do. If we get planets, some more vehicles, some repair, and if they give us something to fight over at some point, here in the next 6 months to a year...
Let's not forget the rest of the grenades.
Oh, yeah, wow, I just noticed
that's grenades. But I'm saying you have a game. Even if the game's not fully fleshed out, if you get purpose, economy on some level that offers that type of stuff, and something to spend that money on, there's a game of some sort started already, even though we're not in beta. So I mean, I built a whole stream off of shooting people in the face in Korea. That's it. Yeah. That's all I did.
That's been my past 4 streams.
Yeah, that's why I got partnered off that. So
nice.
So it is not, people who say there's no content. There is content to do. Give it be repetitious. Give it be, it could get old and all that stuff. They just, as long as they feed us regular updates, it's going to happen.
It's what you make of it too.
Yeah, it is what you make of it. You have fun, you integrate, you act with other people, and the more options they give us with those type of things, the better off we're going to be. Yep. I see it coming together, and it's coming together slowly, but hopefully as we get the Delta Patcher and those type of things, it'll get even better. And I'd like to give a special shout out to Aaron Kyrie Davis for helping model the hair of that.
Oh God,
we saw there, because that was a great Reddit post I saw. It was like it's like, oh, hair model, it's perfect.
Bruh.
It's almost like
I just noticed
side by
that
side.
fucking that Idris model. I just noticed that now. So eventually, I hope that's subscriber flare, because that shit looks dope.
Yeah, definitely. Now
I
you
know
can
it's gotta be coming soon.
Yeah.
Look at that sexy fucker.
You know what bugged me about these? I mean, of course, the fidelity of these character models are amazing, but the eyes are bugging me on this, because they look stoned and they're not looking at you, and they're just kind of, I don't know.
That is a big
Maybe
ass
they are
eyeball, like a
stoned.
skeleton. Like it's like. Ooh.
So and none of them in the Oriental girl with the little patch on her head, when she looks up, her eyes kind of follow the head up, and that's not what happens when you're actually looking up, because your eyes are going to snap up before your head finishes lifting up. You know what I mean? On a real person.
I think a lot of it is too these idle states. They're not focused on anything. The way when they look real is like, even with her, they look real when they're focusing on what they're doing. When they go transition off of that, that's where I agree. I think they start to look.
Well, see, and that's what I'm hoping, once they tie this into the game, and they actually have, like, if a person's within a certain radius, their eyes actually will snap to your eyes on your character model. Then I'm hoping, I mean, I'm sure they're going to do that eventually, but for right now, it's bugging me, especially since I saw this other trailer, and I know you have a
we'll
clip
bring it
of
up
that.
here. But yeah, this was just all the male BDUs, deck crew, female light armor, all that stuff on this. So we'll compare that to what Toy wants us to look at here.
Well,
it's one of the games I'm looking forward to.
It looks better than Mass Effect, to be fair. So,
well, wait till you see this. This clip from Anthem, this Anthem game that we're going to show. Now, let me.
If I hit the right button, there's Toy big time.
So, what I want to point out is the character models aren't as detailed as Star Citizen's, but watch the guy's facial animations.
Yeah.
And his eyes, especially in this video, are perfect. I mean, they did an amazing job on this scene right here.
I'll believe it when I see it in game. E3 is all smoke and mirrors. Like, it's been ruined for me for years.
Maybe, but
this is also a sequence. This isn't in game, right? This is.
I don't know. But
no, this is in game.
They can make it look real good for as soon as they downgrade it for shitty ass consoles and port the PC. You know how that's gonna go. So I take all this with a grain of salt.
And that's fine, but what CIG shows us is pretty much set up as like this too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all I'm pointing out is they did an amazing job on this scene
the eye
right
contact
here with this
and
guy.
the eye reflections looks really good. Like
and the same facial muscles, the wrinkles. I mean,
but I wonder where
really
they would classify this type of head model versus what CIG does too, because I think some of the models we're looking at with the other guys are not like their, I don't remember what they call it, their tier 0, and they're not their Mark Hamill's or Gary Oldman models too. For them, this is probably like their top tier modeling.
And yeah, like I said, the detail of it isn't as good as CIG's. It's just the way they did the eyes and the facial expressions is what really CIG should strive for.
Wait a minute,
with the eyes.
Isn't this game getting made by BioWare?
The Anthem?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
They showed us shit before with Mass Effect, and that came out to be ass effect. So I don't know. I really don't trust anything with EA and BioWare. If it comes out and looks like that, I'll be impressed, but I doubt it.
I don't know. All I know is that looked really good. That scene right there really caught my attention.
E3 is a big lie, and I think that's why Chris said
Anthem looks really good to me in general, as far as a just different IP. I look at it.
Destiny.
Well, it's going to be Destiny. It's going to be the new Destiny, I think, a different IP. Now, they have Destiny 2 coming out, but I think that is their competition for Destiny is what they're trying to do with Anthem.
And the javelins in Star Citizen look better than the javelins in Anthem or whatever the game is.
Anthem looked less like Destiny 2 than I was expecting it to be, because it's more tech and less shooter than Destiny. So I don't see it as being a direct competition.
Not a direct.
The
but I think
Destiny
it's
guys
their
are going to
version.
want to.
I don't think anything wants to completely go against Destiny because Destiny is Destiny, right? And they're coming out with a new IP. So they want to get into that genre though, and I think they want to kind of these different elements are, and these are their answers to try to get into the space thing. Some guys are digging deep and going back to the the old stuff like they did with the other game, and other people are trying to develop new IPs. They're not directly. Nobody's going to compete directly with Star Citizen besides small indie people on PC, right?
Right.
Because they don't know what the fuck Star Citizen is yet. It's not a game out. Why try to compete with something that's still being created until you see the final product, right? And then you bring out an answer to that. Then you're like, oh, I see what they did, and now we'll try to do our version. But for a game that's just a one-off, hey, this is our edition for this year, I don't think Anthem looks bad. I don't think Destiny 2 with a PC port looks bad either. We might dip into that and check it out. I think they're going to be fun games.
Oh, I will.
But they're definitely not going to be. They're not going to be Star Citizen killers or MMOs to compete with anything. They're going to be something I play for a few weeks, and then I go play something else.
Destiny 2 would be trash. You heard it here first.
I thought Destiny. You're talking to somebody who thinks Destiny 1 was crap. I'm not excited about it. I wasn't not because the game content, but because they spoon feed the DLC. Here's your DLC.
They fooled the fuck out of me
your
with the
DLC.
beta.
Like throw some more shit at it, and they bait you in with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because the beta was so fun. I said, okay, when the full game launches, this thing is going to be awesome. Yeah. It came out. It was just like a bigger version of the fucking beta. I said, look at this book.
The thing people have to realize is none of this stuff's going to kill Star Citizen. And I'm not worried about that. I don't think it will kill Star Citizen. I don't have a problem with any of that stuff. But I do want to dip in and play some of these games for a couple weeks here and there while we're waiting for our game to come out. So there's nothing wrong with it.
I am hoping one good game that's kind of close, which it probably will be good, is Beyond Good Evil 2. That looks like it could be a good game, but then Ubisoft's attached to it. So I'm like, it's going to be hard to stay excited with that with Ubisoft. You know, they're cranking the leash. So
absolutely. And while we talk a little bit more about what we saw at E3 that we did like and less about all the shit that was crap the entire thing, because there wasn't a lot out there that was good. It was mostly crap.
No.
Guys, make sure you use ! questions in chat, and then you can actually fill out a couple questions that you have about what you saw today or anything for the cast, and then we'll try to get to all those as we go through the rest of the episode. Additionally, we will have a raffle coming up here. We're going to probably save Space Zombie Ship for after the show, if we can. Might be too late to do it tonight. We might have to do it tomorrow. But we're definitely going to I'm going to do 5 pieces of hanger player for the show tonight. Because I got 5 extra in my kitty, and we're going to give away all 5 to, well, actually, let me count them. 3 of them. We're going to give 3 to people tonight in a row. So we're going to do 3 pieces of hanger flare tonight.
Ooh, that's nice.
Because I found I had extra, and we're just going to give them out every week when people don't claim them, because I'm not going to rehash them. I'll just get new next week.
I'm going to
3 pieces of hanger player to 3 different people, and then we're going to do Zombies Ship tomorrow.
That's a $5 value on subscriber flare.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll give, and then I think Kamikaze says if anybody fills up my complete donation bar after the show, $1300, he's going to get a tattoo of Star Kitten on his ass.
Oh, wow.
So I think that's what
we're going to do that anyways, Mitt. He's going to do that
anyway.
right
there in chat. I mean, then he says hey, he has Star Kitten on his mind. Perfect. So he's got it all done, and we're going to set it up. So don't worry about it.
Another one. Another one, he says.
Holy shit.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Another one.
So let's get back to talking about the games. The good games.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. So there's a couple others that we wanted to talk about. We're doing that, so make sure you get your questions in there. What did you see at E3 that stood out to you, Toy? I know you kind of were looking at some of the stuff for me. I mean, obviously, we talked a little bit about Anthem.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't know anything about Anthem other than what the small cinematic they showed. But no, the one that I'm looking most forward to is that Fortnite game, and I have pre-ordered that already, so I can't wait to play that one because it's a mashup. Man, it took the fun aspects of 7 Days to Die and mashed it in with Overwatch.
Yep, because you're going to gain levels in it. You have to survive in it, but it's level based. It's not persistent where you have to stay in the same world night after night after night after night and grind it like that.
I may buy it.
Yeah, but you have to build it. You have to harvest materials, run out and get the stuff just like there, and survive the waves of zombies. So it looks really fun. I think it's only 4-player based right now.
Yeah.
But it's going to be cool, and then you can level up multiple different types of character classes and stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting the $150 pack. I may get that one.
Yeah, I think.
Well, you get 2 free games to give out too.
You get 2 free copies of the game to give out with that. So I'm like, for that, I'll give one to my wife and maybe even let my kids, because it's not so over the top that my kids couldn't play it, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So it's a good all around game. Yeah, I mean, it's got monsters and stuff, but it's based in that cartoon aspect. That's fine for me.
Like Plants vs. Zombies type thing.
It reminds me of the art style of Orcs Must Die a little bit. To where it's kind of got the cartoony, like a Dragon's Lair type thing and all that stuff, but it's still fun. It's still got some humor in it for us and all that stuff.
Likes all the traps, because they got like hundreds of different types of traps.
I'll make my own zombie monster corral and harvest them through there like crazy. I'm good at that shit, so it'd be good. And then you can shoot them and interface with them. They got ninjas in it. I mean, so of course I'm going to like it. It just makes sense. What else do we see? Drones, did you see anything that's coming out, E3? Anything that kind of stood out to you might be cool?
Anthem, that was the one.
Yeah.
Interest in, even though they kept calling it an open world environment. It's like, if you watch, they stayed on a very set path in that video. So I don't know. That's my concern, is like, if it's more open and I can kind of go where I want, then I'd be interested. If it's closed and you have openness within a set path, almost like Mass Effect, where it's open, but you're going this way, you're following a linear trail, then I'm not going to be as interested. But other than that, I didn't really see a lot of things like had to figure out and had to get, and it's just like, meh.
Yeah, I think that, the thing is, they can call them open world, and this is the thing. Grand Theft Auto, Assassin's Creed, and some of these other games have defined open world in a base like console areas where it's wide and open, where other games haven't done as well. Like, I think Destiny even said they had an open world gameplay, and it's very mission linear. It drives the same direction. You can make choices on where you go, but not really. You're going to end up in the same destination, no matter, you know what I mean? So it drives you forward still. So I guess it all depends on the game company you have to kind of look at, and how your approach is to it. Like, how do you classify open world, in other words? Because it means different things to different people.
To me, it means if I look left, I can go left.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep,
I agree. Where my question doc at? I've lost it.
Yeah, I think me and Space Diamond's got like the same list. Sea of Thieves, but that's been shown for the past 2 years.
Sea of Thieves, they coming out till being next year, and we're all on that. We're really excited about that.
A lot of people were quiet about Mountain Blade Bannerlord. That is a sleeper. People are asleep on fucking.
Well, I think it's because they keep showing like the certain aspects to it. I think it's going to be fun, but I haven't seen multiplayer. I haven't seen certain aspects of it that I really want to see to get me really excited about it. It looks good and it looks interesting because it feels almost like a Total War where you're the guy. You're in the middle of that shit. You know what I mean? And that's really appealing to me. But I want to see like 4 of my friends and I playing it. You know what I mean? I want to see that. I want to see if that happens in there. And if that's not the case,
well, the last one you can play with your friends.
Yeah, I just want to see it, though. I want to see it in this one. How's it different? How's it better? And they haven't shown that. They've shown some gameplay video. You don't see anybody actually playing it. You've kind of just seen, oh, here it is, and this is the archer on the back. And I'm like, that looks cool. But, I mean, is it really playing it? Is he playing it just an engine? What's going on there? Because we haven't seen any live gameplay demo of it, really.
They're pretty legit studios. I know. I think they got it. But, yeah, that and then Nintendo... They kind of won me over. I was actually shocked with them with the Mario. That looked pretty fun, and they got Yoshi's World. A lot of good exclusives coming out for that may make me pick one up. So, yeah, I was pretty impressed with E3 this year.
I think a lot of the presentations were just kind of like phone it in. The presentation I loved Devolver's presentation. Even though, honestly, their games were shit. They had nothing to show for me that got me excited. They're very Enter the Gungeon type of game stuff, but it was so over the top, so disgustingly bloody, and so absolutely crazy. Yeah, it was. I was very entertained, and the fact they basically poked entire fun at the entire E3 event and all the other presenters and stuff, and talking about like, and you'll all get earliest access. That's right, the access. Like when we think of it, you can buy it fucking now. It doesn't even exist yet. It's like I'm thinking of games right now, and you can just throw your money at the screen. You can deposit the throw your money at the screen thing. So if you guys haven't seen the Devolver presentation, it's worth watching. It's fucking hilarious.
No, I have
So
to watch
good.
that. I didn't see that one yet.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, they pulled it from some media things because it was like too bloody.
Oh,
The presentation.
oh my gosh, dude. Oh my God, blood! Take it down.
No, it was pretty bloody.
But then a movie like Saw and shit, people will talk about reviews with that and shit like that.
I get you, but it was
I hate when people do that to games. It's like
it was like Saw.
It's like I don't know. It just kills me. Like games get this backlash that other media things don't. Like, oh my God, so much gore and blood. But when it's on movies, it's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. It pisses me off.
All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna get this beautiful hanger flare raffle started for you, and then we'll dive into questions. Get into that.
I want Anthony to be cool though. I do want Anthony to be cool. I want
it to be too.
Yeah.
I have concerns like Drones does a little
like
bit,
EA,
and we need to see more.
EA and Ubisoft touches. It's just I look at it just like with the side eye. Like I don't.
I think you have to. I think that's a respectable way to look at it.
I'm interested, but I'm not optimistic. That's where I'm at with it. Like I want to know more.
My list went like this. This is the list I had that I'm looking forward to. Sea of Thieves. I do want to play Days Gone, and that's just because I miss Last of Us so much. I was so disappointed that Sony did not have a Last of Us 2. I was like, they teased it like last year, and I ain't got shit on it. So
that's not coming until next year, I believe.
Yeah. And then they had, what was it? PUBG updates, obviously, but we're already playing PUBG. Mountain Blade 2, I'm into checking on that. Also, I was pretty interested in the new Far Cry, just because I like the stories of that, and it's taking place in Montana, which that backwoodsy area is a lot like southern Missouri, and I'm into that. So I was like, that's cool, because some of those characters remind me of some people I know from down the Ozarks. So
I forgot about Shadow War. Yes,
Shadow War should be pretty cool, but we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of pretty bees. And a lot of people didn't show gameplay, right? A lot of the shit we saw was like cinematic drops, and I'm kind of like, I'm just very skeptical too. Like Drones is with stuff. Like, you show me just nothing but cinematics. I'm like, okay, we'll see you next year when you show me a game. One. So
you didn't mention the Wolfenstein one, did you?
Wolfenstein was good. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a good 2-week player. It's not gonna be something I drool on for a while though. You know, the replayability of that would be kind of like, but. You know,
I liked the originals back in the day. It was fun.
I did too, and I'll pick it up for sure. I mean, there's stuff like that.
And any game that really had a CGI trailer, I'm like, eh.
They all had CGI trailers.
Yeah, like in 2017,
no any gameplay.
Yeah, overall presentations were lackluster to me. There were some okay games, but the presentation themselves was like, eh.
That's because E3 is becoming pointless every year. You got streamers that can show off your game, YouTube. You could throw like GTA. GTA doesn't even go to E3. They just throw up a fucking trailer, say "fuck you." Here you go. And what's the #1 selling game still? Like it's like in the top 10 still. GTA 5. And did they go to E3? No.
Yeah.
Don't need to. You got a good game. You don't need to do all that. Oh, look at that smoke and mirrors. Ooh, buy my game.
I don't know. I mean, I think some companies they need to. So I got something to talk about during the week. But yeah,
look at Nintendo. Nintendo has their own. What's it called? I forgot what they call it. It's not
Nintendo.
E3,
just needs to give it up and become a software company already. I mean, they keep selling their consoles.
Yeah.
And their hardware is just like fucking. I can wipe my butt with this stuff.
I don't know. The Switch must sound like fucking hotcakes. They can't even keep.
Well, if you make it, it's because their game. That's the only reason it's not. So they're basically jarring you for more money because you got to buy this to play this, and that's it. I'm just not excited about it.
Yeah, I'm waiting because Zelda. I've been fiending. I almost bought a Switch. Wait on that, but when that Mario drops, I think that's going to be what I just, especially with Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4, bruh.
Yep.
Here we go. All right, guys. So let's go dive in. We only got a few questions, so it's not going to be real terribly long. We'll dive into them, though, and we'll see what's up. Guys, also make sure that you enter the lovely raffle there that just went up. It's !SpaceBros if you'd like to get a piece of hanger flare out of this deal. And then after the show, we're going to be talking about some other stuff. We were going to do something else, but I think we're not going to have time for it tonight. So we're going to do it tomorrow. The event.
Gio.
Yes.
But we are going to pick 3 winners for hanger flare.
Oh, Toy has one.
What has one? You have what?
Toy has a Switch. A son of a Switch.
Oh my god!
Nice.
So that looks like a. My son took Crayola to the sides of that and like you couldn't watch.
Oh, I love these colored controllers. These things are awesome.
Oh my god!
Oh, Toy just like the big kid when he just goes out like.
Toy don't play that shit.
He goes to the fucking bar. Just
He ain't playing that shit. That's his kids playing that stuff.
Do they have the one where they fucking milk the cows on there? You got that game? What is it? 1, 2.
I bet Toy don't even know what's on the thing.
He fucking milks the tits on there. I can see Toy doing that like.
He got that from one of his
Breath of the
kids. He has no idea what's on that thing at all. Toy don't play no console shit.
Here.
He gives
How
me
about this
shit.
one?
He gives me shit for having the console stuff. There you go.
Oh, gee, baby.
There we go. Classic.
That classic.
Or we can upgrade. Oh, what?
Oh, there we go.
Oh no, that's a console I can support. I'm usually PC Master Race, but that
I am Master Race, but I know PS4 is gonna make me all their exclusive. I'm gonna have to end up buying it. I have no other choice. Now Microsoft is pretty much done with all their exclusives are coming to PC.
Well, you aren't gonna buy the Xbox One X1 4000, whatever it is, with 40 billion teraflops under the hood.
I will say this though about that. I am happy because maybe they'll start showing some more respect on the PC end because that's I guess a high-end console. Even though I hate to call it that, but it's on 4K. The graphics are better, so maybe we'll get better ports from that. I don't know.
There goes the Cube.
Oh, the fucking Cube. That's classic. I enjoyed that more than my PlayStation 2.
Maybe one of these?
Where's the Atari at?
Oh, I got something going.
You want to see classic.
You're not pro unless you break out a Coleco.
How about one of these?
No.
You know what that is?
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Sega Dreamcast right there.
The Dreamcast.
Now, see,
sorry, we've gone total Ben Lesnick here with the classic console comments now. It's like, oh, look.
I'm going to bring out one more, and this is one of the rarest ones that you can find.
We're going down peasant memory lane.
How about one of these?
Oh, wow.
Sega Genesis CDX right there.
Bro, that looks like a fucking CD player.
Yep.
Bro.
The cartridge thing and the CD player built in.
The combo.
So I just got like a little fucking collection, a history collection over there and shit.
Oh man, I don't get rid of any of my old game systems. Fuck that. So I got everything.
Sell that shit as soon as this shit comes out faster than it possibly. Boom! It's like did you mention a new one? That thing's out of here. Let's go. Let's get our money back out of that. Every penny I can. Let's go.
Ooh, Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color. Oh man.
I gotta whip out my consoles. See, I'm a fucking a little Nintendo fanboy. I fucking buy all the Zelda, any type of Zelda consoles, and I got another Zelda one. I don't know what my problem is.
Yeah, but I bet you guys don't have your Commodore 64s still.
I don't even think I was even born or thought about when that came out.
Probably not.
So, yeah. So I definitely don't have one.
I think I have a TRS-80 in the back somewhere.
Yeah,
I'd have to go dig it out.
Commodore 64 somewhere. I played that when I was a little kid. Played my parents' Commodore 64.
Oh, Zombie, you want some Sony stuff? Here's my Sony shit. And they fucking abandoned my PS Vita. They just said fuck it and stopped supporting it.
It's crazy.
They fucking they jerked my Vita. So, and Vita means life in what's that? Is that Spanish? Vita. So Star Citizen Vita for Vita. There you go.
All right. So first question. Now that we've totally melted down.
There you go, Gio.
Oh, we got the Master 3DSs. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. We got to combine. Hold on.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Nintendo Master Race.
Oh my god. I'm gonna like clip that and play that for you every time you troll about something that's not PC. I'll be like, Gio here trolled clip Nintendo Master Race.
Shh, no one tell my secret.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the ultimate handheld.
Game
Jelza
Gear.
asks, in last week's ATV, we saw breaching scene at 1140 using a cutter. What's your opinion? Cutter part of multi-tool, and will it be in 3.0? What do you guys think?
I think breaching should be explosives. That's my opinion.
Wait, he says the cutter going to be in 3.0?
Talking about what was our reaction to the cutting scene in that? And then also, do you think the cutter will be part of the multi-tool that we talked about, like the paw thing, I think? You know, all those type of aspects. And do you think it will be in 3.0? It's a 3-part question.
I don't think it'll be in 3.0. But
Yeah.
I think it will be part of that multi-tool, because don't they use that to repair it also? A ship? So I think it'll be like a 2-in-1. Take off, put together. It'll make sense. I don't know why they wouldn't.
I just hope it's something we can use corpses when we're done killing people.
Someone asked what cutting scene are we talking about.
The cutting scenes in last week's ATV at 1140.
I don't know. They've had the cutting tool picture, of the actual tool done forever. So I can't imagine that it's not ready to go too.
I think it's in Squadron 42 also, if I'm not mistaken.
All I can say is I want to see multiple aspects to breaching. I want to see explosives as an option. I want to see that type of cutting as an option, because I like that, because if you don't want to damage what's inside, right?
Well, remember they talked about for repair too that you were going to have to cut off the damaged part down to a certain point. So I think it's going to be the same tool.
Possibly.
I just wish they'd rename the damn thing. I don't like it being called a multi-tool.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they called it in No Man's Sky. So.
Well, No Man's By.
Best game ever.
Yeah. All right.
Everyone kept saying that was a game that was going to kill Star Citizen. It was like, look, we can do it now.
I didn't think it was going to kill Star Citizen. I was hoping it was better than it was.
Yeah. It was
very
It
disappointing.
was very terrible.
I must say, that's how I found Star Citizen was because of No Man's Sky. So someone was trolling in the comments. I was like, yeah, Star Citizen's going to shut on this game. And I had seen it numerous times in other videos. I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Let me go see what this game is. And then here I am, 8K in.
I went in with no expectations of that game, and I still enjoyed it because the technology they did with that, with the way they can create an entire solar system with just a mathematical equation, is the same shit that Star Citizen's basically doing with building their game, but different.
I'm not gonna lie, that is still amazing for them that you can look at that planet and go there with that little team that they had. That still shits on a lot of AAA games. I will give them that. That's unbelievable.
Populated the planet with animal structures, all that stuff.
I was just pissed when I made it to the center and it was like, oh, hey, start over.
Yeah, start over.
So that's a big fuck you, dude.
That's where I lost it. I was like, nope, I'm done.
Yep.
Jeez.
All right. So, next question. Links to Cat says, so we have a few details about jump point mapping. Have we heard anything about planetary mapping? Will we just have a default map for each planet/moon, or will we need to map the surfaces ourselves? If we assume planetary points of, I assume that says of interest, may change with surface weather, ship crashes, etc., do you think the orbit and map surface from space would be a valuable addition for exploration? It's actually a great question.
That's a juicy fucking question. I got lost in.
Yeah, basically talking about mapping, few details. So do we know anything else about, we just know a little bit about jump point mapping and how that's a thing in the game in the future. Have we heard anything about planetary mapping? Like, is there a way to map and plot and discover
on
the planet surface? And then will that change and modify with different shit that happens, like ships crashing into it, things like that? Will it create structures on the planet and change points of interest to where you might have to remap it on a regular basis?
That's actually real cool.
Yeah.
Well, new concept ship.
Well, you know there's going to be planetary mining. I mean, they've already said that you're going to be able to mine on there. So I would imagine that you would have some kind of mapping system for, areas where you find good stuff, because that's what they talked about some of the gameplay being, you being able to sell that information about where that good mining spot is. And if you couldn't map it, then how can you sell it to somebody?
Absolutely.
Well, they got like drones now that you could throw and scan the area, and they give you like a whole map of the area, what's there, or even it can even scan what's under the ground if you're going to dig and stuff. Like these drones, what they can do with them now is amazing. So I would love to see something implemented like that in Star Citizen. So I got a Carrick and I got some drones I could send out and
like
scan.
Aliens drones, where they throw them out and they go down the hallways and scan everything.
I think one of the challenges you're going to have with this is also, I think it's good to have the surfaces mapped out to a certain point, but to what level of detail, I don't know what they'll allow you to have, because like on the surface of a moon, you would think the surface would change, except for maybe certain static points of interest, right? Also, the other thing you have to consider is I don't know how much impact as players we have over changing the surface of a planet, because they might have like wrecks appear or wrecks be there, but I don't think you could ever wreck a ship and it persist permanently there. But that brings up the question of how long do wrecks persist in the game? Like once we have salvaging these type of things, and if you drop cargo in space, how long does it stay there? Does it stay there for hours, or does it disappear after so many seconds? I mean, how's that going to work in there? Because you don't want to lose cargo and not be able to recover
days, because in Arc Age you would have your cargo sit there for like I think 5 days and it would disappear if no one grabbed it. I would like to see that kind of implemented in Star Citizen. I think it needs to be there.
Interesting to see how they're going to plan to do that, because at some point you're right, it's going to have to dissipate, but how long is too long?
I hope it's a long time, because I'd like to do like player generated quests, like hey guys, on this moon I left some thing. First one to get there wins it.
Yep.
Go. Cool. And do events like that as player-driven events, and just say, "Hey, I put it on that moon. Good luck."
Oh, guys, we didn't talk about the little fucking monster on the sneak peek.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll get it up there. Yeah, we
forgot about that.
I did too.
I think it's a little creepy looking fucker.
Yeah.
I'm glad they put it in the game.
The other thing with cargo though too is the fact you want it to be able to despawn at some point, because otherwise people say everybody comes up there and we just dump load to load after caterpillar in an area of space. At some point it's not going to be able to do that, and we'll break the server. Right?
Yeah, so, but if I can't leave them there, how do we draw penises in space?
I don't know. That's more questions. Don't know.
Yay.
So I don't know.
Penises in space.
I don't know. That's a good question though. But I think one of the other problems you're going to have is even if you could leave cargo in certain areas without some sort of scanning tech, you'd never find it. Like if I dropped a box randomly out there, you'd never find that thing unless you could scan it.
I assume there's going to be some type of way to scan for.
Yeah, eventually it'd have to be.
Drones up in handy.
Yeah, eventually it'd have to be. Let's see here. Next question. And make sure, guys, that you're entering this raffle. We only have 36 people in it right now. It's for drawing 3 different pieces of hanger flare, so I would definitely get in it if I were you. But that's just my opinion.
Go ahead, get in on it, Mitt.
I know, I will. I'll just win my own shit back. I got 3 chances. Go. So, Kamikaze asks, he says, it was announced today that Amazon will be buying Whole Foods for $13.7 billion. Do you think we will have a Star Citizen breakfast cereal with marshmallow hornets and Benny's noodles?
Can I take this one?
Yes.
No, I don't think we'll have those, but I am waiting for the day that I can be watching a streamer purchase the game they're playing and all my groceries at the same time.
And have it delivered by drone right to his door, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish I would have bought some stock in Amazon. I know that shit just shot up.
It did. So did Whole Foods. I would have rather have spent my money on Whole Foods and gotten more shares.
Yeah, because you bought Whole Foods, they become part of Amazon stock, and that's like kablooey.
That was where the money was.
I looked at
it's
some
gone
stocks
now, but
a couple months ago. It was like $900 to fucking buy one stock in Amazon. I was like, whoa.
Well, today
Damn.
it's probably 1,000 or 1,100. So we'll see.
Well,
It'll
there go
go
my
up
little
a little
dreams
bit.
crushed. My feelings are hurt now.
Well, that you're gonna find food delivery everywhere.
Delivery.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
you'll
it'd be
be
some
able to-
China #1.
You'll be able to get salmonella delivered across the globe instantly from Amazon.
Yeah, see, Whole Foods went through the roof.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
See, they need to sponsor the Twitch streamers some like healthy food, and then be healthy eating, and then like, look, I'm eating Whole Foods. It'd be like some nice fucking advertisement.
You know, what'd be awesome is if like your people in your stream or whatever can order you food and the drone delivers it.
Well, that's
That'd be
there's
fucking dope.
there's already TreatStream, which lets you basically allow your viewers to buy you certain meals from delivery places and have them delivered. That's out there. So I mean, that's just the next step, and God
Why
knows
doesn't
what
my
Amazon's
bot
gonna do
support
with
that?
Holy fuck! I'd be.
It probably does.
Think
Go to
you want to fit on them planes. Remember, don't give in.
Just give me healthy treats.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Just light ice cream.
Ice cream.
Light ice cream.
Vegan ice cream.
There you go.
Oh shit! They have literally vegan everything. Like I never knew how much vegan stuff there was.
Oh, there's vegan fucking pizza.
Pizza,
Vegan,
like anything. Vegan fucking bacon. Like what?
Yeah, I don't even know, man. All right. Right after this cast, we're gonna have a treat stream. No, just kidding.
Hell yeah.
Gotta do something. Let's see. The next question was, do you think on top of being able to manage power config on ships and stuff, you'll be able to micromanage properties with individual self-contained components?
Yes.
To a certain degree, I believe so.
What's the question again?
Do you think that on top of being able to manage just general power config on ships and stuff, you'll be able to micromanage properties within individual self-contained components?
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially things like shield generators. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Things like
it
that.
definitely
But, I mean,
do.
even they're talking about you're able to modify even handheld weapons eventually, right? Like you'll be able to put them in super colliders and like tweak them up 5% here and there, like all sorts of little incremental stuff. So I would imagine everything at some point will be able to be some way modulated or tweaked to some degree to your liking. So absolutely.
Especially for the multi-crew stuff too, because you're gonna have multiple people doing stuff instead of all by yourself. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And those multiple people you also need to be entertained with something to do.
So you gotta have that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next one from Bang Chowder.
Bang Chowder.
Bang
Nice
Chowder.
name.
I think it's Bang Chow. Bang Chowder. I'm into that.
I just had some clam chowder before the show started.
Well, there you go.
Mm.
I'm fucking hungry. You see, all these motherfuckers ate. Well, I was sitting there.
I'm with you, man.
I was sitting there trying to fit the show together, running late. They're all like, "Girl,
Yeah.
looks good, man." All right.
Yeah, but Toy Grubbin definitely earned his name because he be grubbing on some shit. That's for sure.
There you go.
Pizza.
Every time I see him on camera, he's grubbing.
Oh my gosh. It says, will robotic limbs, unrecoverable injury, still get made in the game, or do you think CIG will just abandon the idea?
I think for immersion's sake, they need to put that in there.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's still in there because there's a lot of people. I think there's gonna be some problems because a lot of people just want to blow their arms off on purpose so they can have it in legs and arms and everything. It would just be fucking Terminator.
It should be elective surgery, I think.
So
What
was the
Come
question?
see me in the med bay. I'll have my
Robotic
shotgun ready.
limbs in the
We'll
game?
take
Is
the
it still
arms
going to
off.
be in the game, or do you think CIG is going to say, never mind on that idea?
I think what's going to happen is you'll probably get your arms and legs damaged or blown off or whatever, but they're just going to kind of replace it with the limb you had. It won't look like a robot arm. It'll just look like a regular arm.
Kind of like Luke Skywalker's when he had the fucking robotic hand, but he had skin on it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think they'll probably do some skin where it does look different, but I don't think it's going to give you any kind of bonuses.
Superpowers or anything?
I don't
you can't
think-
crush people's skulls with them?
Nope.
We've
No more
not
so than you
seen-
can with your bare hands.
If anything, you should be gimped. If you don't have like a real arm, it should probably gimp you so people don't want to do it on purpose. Like, fuck, I lost my arm and now it's less powerful, whatever, in armed combat. I don't know, whatever the fuck they're gonna do.
Out of all these character model stuff we've seen, we've never seen anything that's even been close to something like
Yeah,
that.
I
You
don't
know what I
think
mean?
they want to make us. I don't think they want to make cyborgs. I think they're really,
Yeah.
because the closer we
So
get to
many,
that, they don't. That's the same thing down the path. I think they might allow us to have modified parts at some point and things of that nature, but I don't think they want to give us super strength. I don't think they want to give us anything of out the ordinary like that.
Fucking RoboCop and shit.
But I could see,
yeah.
I could even see if people had cheaper limbs, they had robotic looking limbs instead of skinned ones. That would be fine. I think the problem you're going to run into with some of that stuff is that people want elective ones because they want to go like cybernetic or AI intelligence or something like that. And I know Chris is adamantly against AI intelligence in the game. He doesn't want there to be like some autonomous cyborg Terminator type thing in there. He wants it to be actual races of aliens and those type of things in there and all that. He doesn't want the Terminator. He wants AI as far as game stuff to work, but he wants it to be a very human versus Vanduul versus Xi'an type game element to it. He doesn't want this robot race to come in.
That's another negative for Maximus. Just brought up a good point. Like if an EMP hits you and your fucking arm starts working, you can't shoot your gun. I bet you people aren't going to blow their limbs off then.
Or how about this? No ability to hide from the radar because you have metal parts.
Oh man, you'll be fucked. You're gonna like, I'm just kill myself. Fuck it.
It's like my nuclear reactor in my back is always pinging.
I need to fight it.
TSA is just going to take you apart.
Yep.
Yeah. RoboFan Borg does count as an alien race, but he doesn't want an AI, and that was ran by an autonomous AI, so there won't be Borg in the game.
Like I said, I think what'll happen is, and I hope they do this, when you get shot, your arm or your leg or something, you limp or you're dragging a dead leg or whatever, but you go to the med bay and it just basically repairs your leg to the stasis it was, you know what I mean? Not like you got robo leg or anything.
And
but
I think for appearance wise, like Beryl says, I understand that AI and robots are not the same thing, but it's a slope you go down. How far do you go? Like, what limbs can you repair? Do you have both arms and legs and body and everything fucking robot, or how far do you go with it? I think they're going to allow you to have robot limbs eventually, but I think it's going to be like either a launch or post-launch type thing. It's going to be mostly cosmetic. It's not going to be some super function you get out of it. Because here's the problem with that. If they made it functional bonus, then you have, they're implementing so many nerfs to your body right now. Stamina, blacking out from oxygen, all these things. Well, all these robot limbs would impact that. Why are you burning a lot of stamina using a robot limb? It doesn't function off your body.
Yeah, sounds like more trouble than good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There'd have to be a counterbalance to it and all this stuff. So
we're gonna need an object container for the batteries.
That's what I'm saying. I could see them doing anything along the robot and mechanical limbs cosmetically that we might dream of or want, but I don't think it'll have any functionality.
Yeah.
Like, that's beyond that. You're not going to be able to bust through the door or crank out all this stuff. So if you want it aesthetically for some backstory or RP, I don't see a problem with that. But I don't think they're going to make us like superhuman type stuff unless you actually put on an exoskeleton or put on some gear to do that. They don't want to make you naturally that way.
Now, I would like the option if I could just show like a metal arm or I could have skin on it. Like you could have that choice, but it would be the same. They would act the same. Just I got a cool metal arm, or you could just blend in with everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I could see some stuff like it'd be cool for RP though if you had an exposed arm, because maybe you had to get a cheap one over at Grimhex or something like that from Chop Shop Surgery or some crap, and you covered it up by wearing a coat with a glove, and then it could be cool for an RPer to like reveal their bio arm or whatever it is, but most people won't want to volunteer to get that stuff because again, it doesn't give them a significant bonus. So,
they just want to look fucking cool to them.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. That's no problem with that. All right, and then our last question was for DrDronez. It says, do you have a rehab plan for your grenade addiction?
No.
There you go.
Goddamn Nate Dixon.
Nade
Fucking
diction.
no. It's not a problem, damn it.
It's not a problem. He's still in denial phase, so he's got many steps to go, guys.
It was so
Many
funny
steps
when
to
I
go.
called on. I was like, Drone sure likes tackling people with fucking.
The biggest cure to his nade addiction would be to have faulty grenades that sometimes blew up immediately when you pull the pin. Like
I used to
boom!
try to figure out what was going on. I'm like, what the fuck?
Sorry.
Absolutely.
No, I just want the rest of the grenades, the ones showed
Yeah,
off.
they have an awesome variety of grenades they had originally shown
insane.
and planned.
I'm
and stuff.
dying to see the DS12 and what it actually does. That's
Yeah.
the nade I want.
There's some
Give me
cool
that.
stuff.
They call it the gravity grenade. I want to know exactly how that works. I need to see
want the EMP grenade because I want it to be able to affect ships.
that. Yeah.
I want the little holograms and the little portable shields that you can get behind. I want all
Yeah,
those.
the fucking gadgets. Yeah, that's dope.
I
Yeah.
want a grenade that just does a firework and it looks like Star Kitten floating out in space for aesthetics. It goes. Like,
Best
I
name.
want a grenade that kills that grenade.
Yeah. There you go. That's all I want. So, all right, guys, we're going to draw down this raffle here real quick. Remember, you do have to be following all the casters here. You have to be following Mr. DrDronez, Mr. GioGetMoeny, and Mr. Mitauchi. And, you know, if you want to follow Toy, you can. But
Oh, Space Zombie, you want a lightsaber? I got you.
so there you go. So make sure to follow
Oh, God.
everybody. Toys
Gio got up
graciously
and I
left
got
them in
worried
there.
for a minute. I thought you were going to have to close his camera up. You want to see a lightsaber? He
Yeah.
gets up.
You want to see a lightsaber?
go.
See.
Uh-oh.
Already getting me banned
Wait,
right
wait,
off the bat.
what-
I was
What
just
kind-
using the Force.
Yeah,
what kind of
exactly.
streamer wears pants? What the fuck is this?
See, that's why I'm a fake
Is it-
streamer. See,
Is that a pink lightsaber?
Kylo Ren.
Yep.
Yes, that is a pink lightsaber.
It looks
No,
a little
it's red.
pink right now.
It looks pink to me.
It's awful thin.
If you look on the stream, it looks a little pink.
Damn it,
gotta think
Gio.
about
Put that
pink.
pink thing away.
Gio,
Yeah.
it's not about the length, it's about the girth of that lightsaber.
Wow.
All right. Friends, close Gio's camera down. Jesus Christ.
Nice knowing you, Mitt.
Yeah, so there goes my partnership. Oops. Oh my gosh. All right.
man.
So.
I was just showing the ways of the Force. That's all.
Oh yeah.
He's just cleaning it, you know?
I'm just cleaning off.
Whatever works.
Had paw prints all over it.
We gotta get to the second half of the show pretty quick, the after show. So make sure you guys stick around
Yeah.
after the show for some gameplay, a little more discussion, and
Lightsaber giveaway.
yeah. Well, I guess Gio can give away his lightsaber. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Craziness. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna seal this thing down now. We only had 51 entries, so you know somebody's gonna win some good
Wow.
stuff. Yeah.
With all the people watching?
Yep. Half the people entered. So good luck to everybody.
114 people, I see.
Yep.
Good luck.
There we go. We'll draw the first one right now. Remember, you do have to be following everybody. And make that happen right now. Let's see the first one we're going to have. We'll go to our raffle window so you guys can see that. Because it's a
Waffle.
thing. The waffle window. If it pops up. There it is. And apparently it's got a widget section for something there, too.
Damn widgets. No,
Here's
that's
the
part of the
first
rig.
one. It's so rigged. I put the rigged widget in. Let's go ahead and draw the first one. Looks like TKA Master.
Sounds like a fucking stormtrooper.
Yep. He's never won a keyword raffle. His first one right here is going to be for a piece of hanger flare. So we'll go ahead and make a list there on that. Good. And then we'll get the next one.
Space Zombie.
Unizen. Unizen hasn't won in quite a while, but he is old school winner.
He said, "Ain't no telling where that lightsaber been." He said, "In Han Solo."
Oh my God.
Damn spoilers.
Wow.
And the final one, Zhao Simon. Zhao Simon, congratulations. All three guys win a piece of hanger flare tonight. That's really awesome. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us, guys. It goes to the right camera ever. There we go. There's everybody still. So, guys, thank you for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. Gio, you want to tell us next time you're going to stream? Be on the air? When are you planning on?
Probably when 3.0 drops. Actually,
Okay.
I'm pretty for sure when 3.0 drops. I'll probably do some stream before then. I'll probably do like Players Unknown, but I'm really burnt on Star Citizen at this point. I love Star Citizen. I'm just burnt with the stuff that's there right now.
But
Unless
there's
I'm
so
trolling.
much to do.
There's lots to do.
And yeah, I done did it all. And
All
so-
right.
Like this whole stream, I've had SPK on lockdown. So like,
There you go. Playing
you
away.
know, there's plenty to do.
So Drones will be playing his ass off all the time, so be sure to follow him and all that stuff for sure.
It's true, all the
There you
time,
go.
nonstop.
And then, Toy, where are you going to be doing next?
I don't know. I stream once in a while, so
Yeah.
might stream. They got climbing going into Conan next week, so
There you go. We're going to be climbing and scaling those towers and everything in Conan, so that'll be interesting.
there'll be lots of base raiding next week.
Oh, so
going
many
on,
tears
so.
are going to happen now.
Oh, I know.
It's going to be pretty
There's
crazy.
so many people are crying for a wipe right now. It's just killing
Yep.
me.
All right.
I'm like, we're 1 week away from climbing, and you want to wipe now?
Absolutely. It's going to be crazy. All right, and then, guys, just stay tuned. We'll be back on the air here in a few minutes with the after show where we'll have, I don't know. What should we give away on that? Should we give away Zombie's Gift? I don't know. We'll talk about it off the air. We'll see what happens. But we'll have something for you to do. Something cool. So, either way, guys, thank you all for being here. We'll see everybody a little bit later. I'll see you guys again in another 5 minutes or so after I go run down and cook something in the microwave and eat it. I'm starving to death. And, yeah,
Pizza.
something. You guys are terrible. You're always teasing me with all that stuff. But either way, guys, thank you for being here. We'll see you next week at 10 p.m. CST-ish for the SpaceBro show. So have a good night, everybody. Thanks here. See you later.
Bye bye,
Bye, guys.
here.
Peace out. See you guys.